Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Rapid Growth Super Trunks unit that has received a ZZA as a part of the latest World Tournament. So this is INT Rapid Growth Super Trunks. He's an INT type lead of 100% and causes supreme damage to the enemy whilst raising attack and defense by 50% for 2-3 turns. That's cool because it means he can retain a stack. He then gets key +3 attack and defense of 150%, has a great chance of an additional attack and defense of 150%, a high chance of an additional defense of 100%, a medium chance of performing a crit whilst performing a guaranteed critical hit after receiving an attack, and an additional 50% attack when attacking. His link sets Golden Warrior, Messenger from the Future, Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Z Fighters, Soul v Soul, and Shattering the Limit. And he's on the Android Cell Saga, Bond of Martian Disciple, Connected Hope, Earthspread Fighters, Entrusted Will, Full Power, Future Saga, Heavenly Events, Hybrid Saiyans, Master Evolution, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Rapid Growth, Saviors, Super Saiyans, Time Travelers, and Vegeta's family teams. Now, Trunks at 55% is pretty decent. Obviously, a lot is going to depend on whether you can get those procs of his additional portions of his passive. So a 70% chance to proc his additional 150%, then a 50% chance to proc his additional 100%. So it's definitely something that you're going to want to be keeping an eye on, and making sure that, of course, you are indeed triggering it. There's no way to guarantee triggering it, but you'll need to position him according to how much he does trigger, because that's obviously super important. But yeah, obviously, as a unit, I think he's pretty solid. That holding of that additional stack of attack and defense that he can raise is pretty good, because what it does is it means that if you build him full additionals, which you should because of his crit hit, he can actually get his defense to a pretty decent level. This is obviously a 55% Trunks. Rainbowing him would help, but you got to remember that World Tournament units don't have the same level of stats that a traditional, like, summonable unit has. They have a lower stat tier. They're sitting with like 3,000 additional stats all in all, from the hit potential system, comparative to situations like with traditional units where it's 5,000, 5,600. So it is something you're gonna have to factor in, but overall, I think Trunks is great. And if you're looking for someone, especially now with the latest tech Vegeta, he's got multiple 200% leads. And if you're looking for a solid-ish unit, just to kind of accompany those rotations, you look at like this AGL Super Vegeta, who obviously also recently got his EZA. He could work really well with Trunks. Trunks works really well with him. They share 5 links. It's a nice kind of synergy between the two of them. I think you could find that there are a lot of situations in which Trunks looks pretty good. So yeah, for me, I'm definitely quite happy with Trunks' EZA. I think, it's always a bit of a shame when they do this, like, great chance. They kind of did it, I think the first unit was, well, not the first unit, but another unit that's quite famous for it is obviously Gotenks. So INT Gotenks, if anyone's ever used him, obviously he has those multiple proc chances that he does have. And, ideally, you would want a unit just to have a flat passive and be like, wow, this is really reliable. But it does add a little bit of interest to the unit. I mean, like, if you look at his passive, I think you can see in the one turn we got him to like 360,000 defense. That's obviously because everything procced, which is quite fortunate. But yeah, I think you kind of have to, I don't want to say accept, but it's fun. I think it's fun, and I think it makes it quite interesting overall. But yeah, Trunks very good. Link wise, nice link set as well. Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, pretty solid. Royal Lineage also very good on the Vegeta's family team. Messenger from the Future, fine as well for a Future Saga team. So there's really good stuff here. He links well with Trunks's. He links well with Vegeta's. The two that are kind of a bit left field is so Z Fighters and Soul v Soul. Z Fighters is a great link, just not super duper common outside of like Android Cell Saga era. And Soul v Soul. also something not common. You find it predominantly in the Android Cell Saga area as well. So maybe potentially helpful if he's on an Android Cell Saga team, but outside of that, probably not, traditionally super duper helpful on any other team. But that's not to limit him. I think he's got a decent link set. China Limit's obviously a free-to-play orientated key link, and I think ultimately at the end of the day, INT Trunks does a great job, and his link set's pretty accessible. I don't find it to be massively restrictive. I think it's really solid, and ultimately I find Trunks to be a good unit. Really, really exciting to use. Very nice, simple but effective. And you can build them full additional. You can get some decent value out the links. You can give them some defensive gear, and you should see a pretty solid unit. Not spectacular, but at a rainbow level, we're possibly talking, about a 5 million-ish unit that can potentially have like 500,000 defense. So pretty good. Bye.